Alright, so I did my project on Walter Dean Myers. He's a famous author. He wrote many books, Bad Boy, Monster. He's still writing, he's still alive. So, to get started, he basically put up a fight most of his teenage life, and he did that with school, he did that with race, he did that with basically everything, like, him and his parents and moving around so much. He was actually adopted, so, he started out school, and he kind of had a tough time because most of the teachers didn't really, like him, I guess, and or so he thought. So he just got in just tons and tons of trouble. He was a really good student, but the teachers just said he didn't have good conduct. So they talked to his mom a lot. He got in trouble with his mom. So it just wasn't a good time for him. One of his teachers, Miss Flynn, he really remembers, just didn't like him at all. Miss Flynn actually made him have to go to summer school because she apparently didn't like him that much. And one day he got in a fight in class, and from there it was just mostly downhill. He went into high school, and something very unexpected, with him being so smart, knowing that he's a great writer that he is today, he actually dropped out of high school. Yeah, he dropped out, and that was just kind of really unexpected for someone so smart that he is today. He ended up joining the army, and that changed him. Changed him quite a bit. He, I believe, was more rounded and everything. So once he got out of the army, he went back to New York, and he started a job there, and so that was basically, he had a lot more struggles as a teenager too. That's why most of his books are written to and about teenagers, just because he wants teenagers to relate and know that there's other people who have problems that maybe they have, or maybe problems that some teenagers have or worse. So he really likes to show that in his books. And speaking of that, he protects human dignity, especially with the teenagers. He knows the struggles of one. He was a teenager, of course, but he struggled basically, if not more than us today. So, he really just writes about teenagers mostly, and it's really awesome because he makes them unique and different from what society looks at us teenagers, and it just really makes them different. Like most adults or anybody just kind of looks down at teenagers, sort of like if, sometimes if you're to walk into a store or like a little mini mart with your backpack on or something. I know I used to get told that to leave my backpack at the front. It's just how it was, I guess. Um, and again, teenage life for him, that was just the most difficult. Um, so the way he turned out, the way he is as an author and a writer today, one of his biggest influences was his one of his high school teachers. I forget the name, but she knew that he was going to drop out, and before he did, she told him something that really stuck with him, and that is, don't stop writing. Never stop, never stop writing. And after he had gotten out of the army, that really stuck to him. And once he was in New York, and he just started writing. He just kept writing and writing, and that's what we know him as today: a writer, an author, and just yeah. Thank you.